It's too windy to film part 3 on the building, so what? We're gonna work on this trailer. Look at that. We got door issues too. Look at this thing. The problem is, this ain't no hinge. The daggone metal itself broke. And I can take this off and TIG weld it, or I can fix it another way. So we got this trailer for cheap, you know, T-bone cheap, right? Didn't have no tie downs in here, so I screwed in a couple of these things. Oh, we don't even have a spare tire, so we got us one of them too. We'll find a place to mount that. So this little V trailer, this thing is just a 12-foot trailer. I forget how wide, it's this wide. Anyway, they already had these nice little shelves up here mounted to put your junk in. We got some other issues today though. Golly. It's so windy out here, I can't film putting sheet metal on the building. I was working on part 3 yesterday. So we decided to film this here trailer instead. No. We're gonna get that part 3 to you as soon as we can. Well, it ain't gonna put itself in, is it? I just gotta figure out where to put it. Okay, so all the lights work except for this fender, and right up here at the top, this one's not working. Everything on the other side works. So the old dually, I got chicken lights down the running boards, you can see. I got a bunch of lights back yonder. I ought to chicken light this thing up. What do y'all think? Leave it right down there in the comments. Let's test out and see what's going on here. Yeah, a lot of times it's just the ground. Let me get all this apart. Now, I don't even know what they were trying to do here. There's 2 white wires. White goes to the ground. They got the red tied to that. This was just not doing anything. And then there's the black wire. So you got red and black coming off of the lights. Okay, so they've got the black wire coming out of the fender, which is supposed to be hot. So yeah, it's hot. Okay, we got juice. All right, that's what I'm saying. I'm grounding my test light right there to the fender. So they just got that wire just kind of stuck in there. I don't know what's up. Let's try something different. Okay, so they've got this mess. This is the hot wire, that black wire. Obviously, this is your ground. And they had the red hooked up right here to ground. So I says, let me hook this up. Now, I'm going to redo all this. But I just want to see, do these lights work? So let's just touch it to ground, or I'll touch it to this wire right here. And look at there. We got daggone lights. Can you believe that? Let me clean this up. And they had all this taped up and sealed up. Why, if it don't work? Big dummies. All right, I'm going to cut my lights off so I don't short nothing out. We're going to try to neaten this bed board here up a little bit. Those, I think I'm going to leave. And we'll just butt connector this thing together. That's a little bit long. I don't want to cut it. I'll see if I can put you some links. These are some pretty good crimpers right there. Or at least I like them. All right. I'm going to choose blue because it won't be such a fight to get it on here. And this is a trailer. You know what I mean? I'm not working on NASCAR or the space shuttle. These connectors right here, it's just an assortment. I'll put you a link to these in the description if I can remember. It's one of them Amazon link things. There we go. All right, let's just, I'm going to eliminate that. And then let's just snip that off. And then we'll skin this back, do the same thing over here, see if it works. Now we're talking. That's a little more gooder. Okay, so that light's not working. Now I checked it, I didn't have any power going to that terminal out there, but I got juice right here, so I think there's a problem in that. I call them Scotties. What do y'all call them? Leave it right down in the comments. So I pulled a little Scotty off. What it does, it just pierces the insulation, and you can see right there where it cut it. Now the problem is my wire, man, that's gonna be pretty tight. I'm gonna try to snip it, put a butt connector on there, we'll see if it works. All right, I'm gonna snip it right there. These old cutters about wore out. Pull that off. Let's see if we can just twist it together and see if the bulb even works. Or if we're getting some power out there. What do y'all think? The reason I'm not going to go ahead and butt connect it is in case there's a problem with that receptacle out there. Stay. Now we're getting power. Definitely. Okay. Are we getting power out here? Yep, now we get some juice. Bad connection. Bad ground. Huh. Now what I did, I hooked the other end of this test light to the hot wire. And you can see I touched the trailer. Can y'all see? I touched the trailer anywhere and it lights up. So let's see if we're getting a good ground out here. Oh, yeah, we're getting the ground there. Getting the ground there. Look at there, no ground there, but we're getting the ground on the screw. Bet we tighten that screw, we might be in business. All right, let's see if that's all it is. Wrong size, doggone it. All right, I'm just gonna take a little jumper here. Let's jump from that screw over here. Look at there, the light works. So our connection, so we're not getting a connection from the screw to that little bracket. There we go, look at that. Light fixed. All right, on the spare tire, I put a leveling kit on that F350, and these are the shackles that came off. They weren't quite wide enough for the bolt pattern on that wheel for the spare tire. So I cut this off, made me a bracket. And this has some of these where you mount your trailer jack to the front of a trailer, because usually I'll weld on the bracket and I don't need these. So came in kind of handy. I just welded this up. This is going to go from the inside right through the ball. Our spare tire should mount up. Let's go put it on. So why did I put it on this side instead of the other side? I'll tell you why. Because when I get out of the truck, go to hook and unhook, I come from the other side. All right, well, this fit. Oh, yeah. Now will the tire fit? I don't know. Get on here, come on. I swear I thought this was long enough. I measured, taped, and everything. Guess I measured wrong. Let me figure something else out. Yeah, it's still hot. I went and got my bolt stretcher 6000. I fixed it. I cut another one of these U-bolts apart and cut me some daggums. I made it longer, is what I did. Now will it work? It oughta. This boy got it going on now. All right, now I take it apart, go paint it, seal it to the thing, and we're good to go. Y'all ready to put in some E-track? Let's go see what we got. So this kit I bought had the 4 5-foot black pieces. It's from Weber. No, I'm not sponsored, but it came with the straps and the stuff. And I had a couple from big ratchet straps from when I had tractor trailers. Anyhow, I'm about out. Do you know what you call these? They're not sheetrock screws. They're called the duct tape of screws. But I got some of them and I got some other screws. But I want you to look at the position of what I'm thinking of doing. So the 4 black 5-foots, I'm gonna run down each side on the floor. And then these 2 here, the silver ones, I bought those at the Harbor Freight. I was gonna mount them up here on the walls. And then I also, from Harbor Freight, I bought some short ones, and I was going to put them up here in the corners. So let me know what y'all think. I was thinking both sides right here because there's already 3/4 plywood there. Mrs. T suggested putting one over here up high and the other one down low on the plywood. I'm going to take her advice. Y'all tell me what you think. Write down in the comments. Here's those other ones I was talking about. You can tell they've been on the shelf a while. Hey, y'all go subscribe to Rayleigh's Small Engines if you hadn't already. That's perfect. Now the question is, how many screws do I put in each one? It's not going to be hauling anything but some lawnmower, a golf cart, stuff like that. So let me know how many y'all put in. Well, there we go. One on the side, couple up in the front, one at the top. Now let's look at this doggone door. You can see right here where that hinge is, it's just broke. We got to fix that. Daggone, that's broke too. Ugh. So you can see how much that thing moves. Went digging, found this old hinge. We'll see if we can fix this door. Well, since that hinge won't work up there, we want a real cheap route. Found some plumbing strapping, and I put one in right here. And all I'm doing is I'm gonna take a clamp and clamp this bad boy up there, right there where I want it. And we're gonna work our way up on both sides of all these hinges. I got it screwed in there, and then now I'm just gonna go right in here and put a screw. How about that? Let's get it tight as we can get it. It's like brand new. Well, here we go. Check this out. Sweet. Look at what we did though. We basically put those straps on the top and bottom of all these hinges down through here. There's a piece missing down there, but I just put another clamp on that too. Let me show you the inside. And I just pulled it around. Screw them in. So if you get a broke door hinge, that's how you fix it without going spending no money. So Mrs. T went out there and painted this thing. And I'm just gonna put a couple of screws in here just because when you go to, if you ever have to do the spare tire and put it back on, you don't want it pushing inside. Now will it fit? Y'all tell me, is it gonna work now? That's what I'm talking about. Look at there. Oh, yeah. Now, I ain't got a ratchet or socket or a 4-way to put it on. Dang it. Thanks for tuning in to T-Bone After Hours. I'm T-Bone. Mr. T holding the camera. Y'all say hey to her. Make sure you subscribe to this video. Share it with your friends. If you're subscribed, and set that bell because you don't want to miss part 3 of that there building we can get the doggone metal on. Now that we spent all the time on the trailer, this afternoon the wind's calmed down. Can you believe that? You know, I want to wash this. I washed this thing in the truck the other day, and guess what happened? It rained. We'll see you.